has come. Execute Order 66.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's having a wonderful week. You made it to the weekend. It's been so crazy. We're actually shooting on a Thursday because Friday's going to be real busy. I'm sure we're going to get into it in a little bit. But as you heard, this is episode number 66, guys. So we have executed Order 66. Hopefully you guys know where that's from. If not, I guess we could still be friends. But, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. As you know, my name is Brent, and I am one of your hosts here. Don't forget, guys, we appreciate every single one of you guys coming out and hanging out with us and listening to us. Don't forget, you guys can always follow us on the social media scene, Twitter, Instagram. You guys can reach out to us at our website, theblownstatepodcast.com, or shoot us an email at theblownstatepodcast@gmail.com with any questions, concerns, comments, or topics you guys want us to talk about. Hey, guys. Don't forget, guys, also, if you guys are SoCal residents, set your calendars. Only a couple of weeks away. The Blown State Podcast is proudly sponsoring the Waves Project Inaugural Veterans Classic on November 12th, I should say, in the Temecula Creek Inn Golf Resort. Lots of fun is going to be having there. We're going to be out there playing. We got a little booth. We're going to have all kinds of little giveaways and stuff like that for you guys. There's going to be a putting green contest, breakfast buffet, lunch, lots of prizes with everybody getting some swag bags. So if you're playing, it's a pretty cool raffle prize. If you guys are interested joining an event as a player, please visit wavesgolf.com and check that out. But I digress. You guys know I can't do anything without my one, my only, my partner in crime. Hola, compadre.
What's up?
Man, how you holding up, brother?
Barely holding, standing on one leg.
It's the strong leg, though. That's all that matters.
That's right. I mean, I didn't even really get to fully enjoy my damn Dodgers game today.
I know,
yeah, I got to see yesterday's loss.
Hey, well, you know what I mean? You didn't get to see today's win. That means you can't watch the rest of the games because they win when you don't watch. So
no, I said enjoy. I got to watch a little bit of it. I got to see two of Chris Taylor's home runs.
2 of the 3?
2 of the 3, yeah. I got home just in time to see the second one.
Right on.
So
you guys are hanging on by a thread over there, dude. Come on.
Hey, chip in the chair, homie. Chip in the chair.
Yep.
You know what we said? Just like the Giants. Hey, don't let us win today.
There it is.
Don't let us win today.
Don't let us win today, because there you go.
Because we got Max tomorrow, and we got Bueller in Game 7. Anything can happen in Game 7. Hey, man, seriously, though, I did tell my students, because one of my favorite families at Summit High School that, you know, I've known forever, is the Enriquez family, and they're huge, diehard Braves fans. And I told them, don't let us win today. I said, don't let us win today. I said, because we got Max Scherzer in Game 6, and anything could happen in Game 7, right. You know, and it's the truth. I really did think, and I had told her because I have the youngest daughter in my class, right? She's in my third period, I think she's in my third. And I had told her, because we talked a little baseball real quick. I had a lesson to teach, so I couldn't talk too much, but we talked a little bit, right? And she's like, yeah, we got Max Fried going today, though. And I say, oh, no, I feel you. We got the damn bullpen game. I feel you. Don't let us win today. That's what I was saying. This is the game. You guys need to put us out. I said, because you have the bullpen game. You guys smacked us around yesterday. You need to put us out of misery. What happened last year? You know, you guys had 3-1, didn't put us away. Granted, the circumstances of teams are all a little different for both sides and stuff like that. But all you need is momentum, man. And damn, the Dodger bats just woke up today, dude. Yeah. I mean, woke up. You woke up. You poked the sleeping giant. And let me tell you, I'm sorry to chime in, getting into all this so quick.
Ahead.
Because yesterday was my dad's birthday, and Uncle Romelio came over, who I love. You know, Uncle Romelio is the one that his son passed away, right? My little brother, basically. Mm-hmm. So we're over there just talking, jamming it up, all that good stuff, right? And he said, "See, that's why the Dodgers are losing, because they're not aggressive. Look at the Braves. They're still running, even though they're up by 3 in the 8th inning and blah blah blah. They clearly got this game, whatever, right? I don't remember the exact numbers, but he was right. The Braves were we're not letting off the gas pedal, and then they still ended up smacking us 9-2 or something like that yesterday. I forgot what it was, right? And I don't know if you saw today, bro, but in the 6th or 7th inning, Mookie Betts stole second, bro. And we were up like 5.
He was-
and
he was-
Arquetico's Monco Romelio was like, "Oh yeah, pedal to the metal, homie."
He was
Pedal
actually
to the
stealing
metal.
third when whoever got that hit. I forget who was right behind him. Whoever got that hit, he was stealing third. He actually dove into third as they were giving him the fucking no go. He popped up and still made it home and scored, but still he was on the move. He was already trying to get to third. So kudos to
Yeah,
them. And
man.
we'll talk about the Dodgers. It'll be really interesting to
sure.
see the Dodgers play either the Red Sox or the Asterix, because that would be the Dodgers lost to both the Red Sox and the Asterix when they were cheating. So it'll be good. It'll be good baseball to see them go back and smack them around. Let's talk about the ALCS right now. It is a battle. The Red Sox and the Astros are going blow for blow, back and forth on wins and home runs. The Astros took the series lead last night, shellacking the freaking Red Sox 7-1. The series is going back to Houston for the final games in the series, which will be tomorrow night, Friday night, I should say. Which plenty of people will be watching and listening closely to every bet. It looks like the former cheater turned cheating manager will be outplayed by the Astros. Who, I know it's kind of difficult to root for either one of them, but who do you think's gonna end up taking this one? It seems like they're just going back and forth. I think if the Astros let the Red Sox win tomorrow night, like you said, don't let them win, because then you're gonna give them the momentum, and then anything happens on Game 7. But who do you think is gonna win, and who would you prefer to play in the World Series if the Dodgers win out as well?
Man. So who do I think's gonna win? Honestly, I think the Astros are gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
Who do I hope to wins? I hope the Red Sox win. Who do I prefer? We're just not at full strength, but fuck it. At least we'll get there, I guess, type of thing.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you, if we're gonna get to the World Series and lose, I'd rather lose to the Red Sox type of thing, right? Just because they have some Dodgers that I just like, and I'm always gonna cheer for those dudes because they're
Kike being a big part of that. Yeah.
And I just feel like, damn, the Astros would just have their full power and we're just not there,
Yeah.
And I don't know, man, that kind of worries me. Like, I'd like to square up against with them again, but when we're more at full strength, unlike where they're at, you know? And if they win, dude, they're gonna have all that momentum going in there, and that's what kind of worries me. But we ain't there yet, no matter what, with the Dodgers,
Yeah.
Like, we got a chance, but still, it is still an uphill battle. We're really now, even though and that's what I'm saying. Like, last year was different, dude. Last year, yeah, I get it. We're in the same situation. We're down 3-1, but bro, we weren't really playing in front of fans. You know what I'm saying? We're playing like in front of a empty stadium that was kind of pro Dodgers, you know what I'm saying? And one team was just designated the home team, the other team was designated the visiting team.
Right.
This time we're going into hostile territory, bro, and that's really different. You know what I'm saying? It is really different. Do I think we still have a chance? Of course, like with those two dudes, like you're always gonna have a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I would hate to see Robert say, hey, fourth innings here again, and we're about to see the third time in the lineup, so let's take out our Hall of Famer. Come on, dude. If the Hall of Famer is telling you leave me in, leave his ass in.
Hell yeah.
And if he gets lit, then he gets lit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What happened to Kelly today? I didn't get the chance to hear it when they pulled him out, but I know it was a medical pullout because they let the next guy go in there and warm up. What happened to Kelly?
There? I didn't even know that until you said something right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't get there till Chris Taylor hit that second home run.
Right. Yeah. In the first inning, Kelly was down. He had given up the 2 run. Was it first inning, second inning? Second inning probably. He gave up the 2 runs and then he had 2 outs, but he threw a pitch and he's like, nah, something's wrong. And then everybody was out there. And Judy was telling me, she was like, oh, I wonder what's happening. Are they going to pull him or this and that? And I was like, nah, everybody's out there, including the trainer. Something's wrong with them, watch. And sure as shit, he walked out of there, and he's pointing at his arm, something, right? And I was like, oh, yeah, they're definitely pulled him out because something's wrong with his arm. Because they gave, I forget who came in right after him, but they gave him like 10 minutes to get ready. I forget what the time limit is, right? I'm just throwing 10 minutes out there, but they gave him that time to warm up and loosen up because he was coming in cold. And for those of you guys playing at home, if you're coming in, if you get taken off the mound as a pitcher during the middle of an inning because of a medical injury. They do allow the incoming pitcher to warm up, loosen up, and do all that other fun jazz. I see you on your phone. Did you see what happened with Kelly or no?
Just responding to like other messages that, dude, I had 48 messages like from when I was cutting my hair, and so look, man, I don't even want to do this on the radio. Let's just keep going.
All right, we'll
just responding 48 messages. Sorry.
we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry about it. So we talked about the ALCS. We talked about the NLCS. There's not really much other baseball stuff that we're going to talk about. There's a lot of people talking about a lot of moves, but we got to wait till after the season's over before all that stuff comes in. So everything else right now is hearsay. That's what's going on with the MLB. We're just going to dip right into before we dip into the NFL. NBA just started again.
Also too, did you see that Albert Pujols surpassed his career RBIs in the playoffs of the Angels with today's RBI?
What one?
Saw that? Yeah. Passed it. That's it.
For those of you guys can't see, I'm flipping them off. For those of you guys see the video, you can see it. Anyways, NBA's back. I didn't even know until they were like, "Oh, the Lakers lost to the fucking Sacramento, the Kings," and they were like, "Oh, LeBron like a B- because they didn't play well." This and blah blah blah. Whatever. We'll start getting into some more basketball as things go along. We're focused on the postseason and the NFL right now, so we'll get to them. We will get to them. Big news around the NFL, man. The biggest thing over the last. By the way, guys, sorry we haven't been on in a little bit. It's just last week was a rough week, and we're back here right now. We're making things happen. Anyways, so the biggest news so far the last couple weeks here, John Gruden has formally resigned, or has already formally resigned from his position as the Raiders head coach after emails were found from 10 years ago where he referenced and called many of his players and staff with racial and gay or homosexual slurs. At first, you know what? I thought it was a bit of an overreaction. I'll tell you right now. At first, I heard that 10 years ago emails. I was like, dude, come on. How many big names have had things come up after a decade that back then would not have caused such an outrage and have been hammered for it now? You know what I mean? Those people were allowed to come back and apologize, explain, hey, I've grown. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. Like, I'm a completely different person. Like, I don't feel the same way anymore, yada, 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 you know? But it comes to find out, it was a slew of emails over a 7-year period starting 10 years ago. So for 7 years, he was just talking shit about people and communities, you know, to call it that way, and have since been removed from the Ring of Honor in Tampa Bay, where he won his I was gonna say World Series, his Super Bowl. And he has since then been also shunned by the Raiders. They basically cut him off completely. I know the Raiders owner, Mark Davis, has refused to comment on the situation. But wow, man, like I didn't see that coming from Gruden. He's been so much of a vocal, like inclusive coach, you know. When he was with ESPN, when he was with the NFL Network, when he was doing this and that, he was always like talking to players and, hey, dude, don't do this, don't do that. Like, you got to be looking at here, like, be looking at that. Like, it seemed like he was very, I don't know what the phrase would be, but he was very into like helping out players and making sure they're doing well and this and that. And to come out and for this to be how he's going to go out in the NFL, man, like it's wild, man. What do you think about all this stuff, Artie?
One of those, like, are you really surprised?
A little bit,
like,
man.
In your gut instinct, you're like, damn, I never saw that coming. You never, ever, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the NFL is still a good old boys club.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's not.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not at all surprised. Am I sad? Yes, for sure. Because you hope, right, that it's not like that. But are you surprised? And I can tell you, I'm not surprised. Not from who people. He fits the mold of the good old boys club. You know what I'm saying?
He does.
Like, dude, that fool's gonna bounce back and be on ESPN in like a year once this blows over. You know what I'm saying?
You think?
No, but I mean, something will happen. You know?
I think he's done with football, man. As far as an analyst or anything like that, I don't see how anybody, especially in today's day and age with cancel culture being what it is right now. I mean, look at what happened with Dave Chappelle and his thing. And if you know, my opinion, right? If you guys listen to or see the new Dave Chappelle thing on Netflix right now, like he tells a story about somebody who he dealt with that's part of the LGBTQ alphabet community. And he throws some digs here and there, but he does that, for everybody. But he's not necessarily putting anybody down. And everybody's trying to cancel his, Netflix and we're gonna boycott Netflix and we're not gonna do this, we're not gonna do that. And it's just like at some point, man, there has to be a line. Like, okay, dude, he's not doing it maliciously, man. Nobody sees it as malicious except for you or a handful of people. You can't change the world just because two people are upset about something like that, But this, to me, is completely a different thing, man. Like, it's just and you're right, he does fit the mold of those good old boys. And I know Monica's probably going to be listening right going, yeah, Artie's right. He's one of the good old boys. But honestly, like, I guess from watching the stuff that he had done coming up to this, before he started coaching the Raiders a couple years ago, just his presence on the NFL Network and ESPN and stuff like that, dealing with all these players coming up of all different races, it was just one of those things where, like, you look back, hindsight's 20/20, as they say. He does fit that mold, but looking back, it's like, I mean, it would have never crossed my mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Even Keyshawn said, like, dude, he's always been fake. And I got that. My instinct kind of said that too. Like when I would see him on, like, what was that thing he would do, like Monday Morning Quarterback or something like that, where he'd dissect like quarterbacks and put them through drills and stuff.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking, like, God, this dude feels like he's forcing it. He's not letting it be natural. You know what I'm saying? Like he has a little bit of a fake personality. But I mean, he's an NFL head coach, so I was thinking, like, man, this could be wrong, right? Like, it could be wrong.
Yeah.
But that's the feeling I always got, dude. Like hearing him talk and stuff. Like I'm like, man, did somebody really buy it, or is somebody just listening because this dude has moved up into those positions where your career depends on it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Like, and that's kind of where I feel like a lot of life is like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that. I mean, people, that's no secret. That's just the way a lot of life is like, man. It's like who you know and who you are, who you're connected to, and whether you get in that good old boys club or not,
No,
and,
for sure.
Yeah, man, like, I'm not surprised. I'm disappointed for sure, because especially the Cowboys, which are doing great, but the Raiders were on a decent little run to start there, man.
They are.
They are, whatever you want to say, but
they are-ish.
Yeah, they are-ish, right? Like, they're the Raiders, Like,
we know how they go. We know how they go.
Right? It's like the Angels.
Do not compare those people to my Angel family.
What? The team, not the actual fans.
That's what I'm saying. The Raiders. Okay.
Yeah, the fans are no more like the Dodger fans. They get all rowdy, which I'm embarrassed of sometimes. Like. But we're diehards,
Yeah. You can be diehard and not kill people. I mean, we're good.
Not die hard, right? Like,
basically.
Right.
All right, let's.
I know.
Let's.
But it's like there's different kinds of fans though, because then there's like the annoying fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, like a lot of like Yankees and Cowboys fans. I hate to break it to you, compa.
Oh, like, no. They're out there.
I feel like those are the two main sports where they're like the most annoying.
There are a few Cowboy.
Like basketball would be like for me, it'd be like the Golden State Warriors. Like those fools were annoying. I remember cheering for them on their first one, but after that, they were annoying.
Yeah, well, they all came out of the woodworks at that point. There's a few like forums or whatever I follow for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not gonna say any names out there, whatever. But it's just like, dude, you're not putting out a good vibe, man. Like, I was excited. I'm like, oh, cool. Other people like the Cowboys, but some of these people, like, tattoos of stars on their face and cowboys across the forehead. I'm just like, I'm gonna go stay over here. You guys have fun. Be safe. Do your thing. Just don't get crazy. Like sometimes people remember, guys. We don't play the game. We just enjoy watching it. So if they win or lose, it's a job. Remember that they get to play the job, but it's a job, and everybody needs to calm down. Speaking of jobs. Look at that segue. Jesus, perfect. Deshaun Watson trade is back in the front news. Deshaun Watson could be traded, wait for it, for Tua Tagovailoa. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, and I do apologize for all the Miami fans. But that's the big rumor right now, that he is getting shopped out to Dolphins again. I guess they were looking at that before. But it's looking like he's getting shopped out to the Dolphins. The Dolphins would send Tua to the Houston Texans, which would be pretty crazy, I think. Deshaun Watson hasn't played since 2020, or what, the beginning of 2020. I think he played the whole season.
I thought he played the whole year.
Did he? All right.
Yeah.
But he's still facing 22 civil lawsuits, 10 criminal complaints from women that have accused him of sexual assault and or misconduct. But negotiations apparently have intensified, and a decision is said to happen before the end of the week. So something's going to happen either one way or the other. They're saying it's going to happen by Friday, which is mañana. I don't know, man. Like, Miami fell to 1-5. The Texans aren't looking that great right now. Is it a smart move? Does this help either side? Where are you at with that, man?
Oh, I'm double checking right here, but I could have sworn. Let's see here. Yeah. So I did see this right. It says Dolphins, Watson, Tua rumors are false.
Oh,
this
really?
Was reported yesterday, yeah. Via source, ESPN Dolphins reporter Marcel Luis Jacques,
Jacqua,
whatever his name is. Dolphins and Deshaun Watson trade rumors are false. Advice, take it for what it's worth. This is a very fluid situation. We're definitely believing the Dolphins are interested in acquiring Watson, but longtime Texans reporter John McClain reported that the talks have become serious and a deal could come together this week. Is going to be a talking point until November 2nd, the trade deadline. So, I don't know, man. I mean,
maybe maybe somebody's just trying to stoke the fire.
Yeah, and drive the price down, drive the price up. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? How that goes? Like, hey, you tell, you read red for you, blue for you, and let's see which one works, right?
Yeah.
You remember seeing that? Like,
I do.
The first time I remember seeing it for sure. What movie was that from? Do you know? One stands out to me, and I thought it was really cool. And I remember that movie I thought sucked, but I thought that one part was really cool.
I'm trying to think of a situation like that in the movie.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to you. It's Miami Vice with Jamie Foxx and whoever the hell the other
Colin
dude
Farrell.
was, right? Yeah. And so Jamie Foxx says, hey, we're going to tell this group over here white, and we're going to tell this group or whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
But they told them different days. And they're like, we'll know where the leak's coming from when they tell us the day.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And boom, sure enough, I was like, genius. That's what I kind of feel like this is.
It does feel like it.
Because right here, now here's another one right above it. It says Panthers not in the mix for Watson. So that's kind of interesting. Like, where the Panthers come from,
I wouldn't see the Panthers going into, for all the crap and shit going down with not having CMC right now. What's his name? The quarterback.
Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold is actually doing really well.
I thought so too.
He was getting beat up last week and then came back and led them back, dude. Like, he did. He's doing amazing. I don't see the Panthers shying away or moving away from him unless he gets hurt, which I don't see that happening immediately, knock on wood. But I think Sam Darnold's not going anywhere. If they were going to do something else there, they got Minshew Madness that's right there. And Minshew's on Jacksonville, my bad. But they do. I mean, they have it set up for him to succeed. So I think the Panthers are in no way, in shape or form, looking at Watson, even if that is a rumor. I do think Miami, just because they would take somebody that actually has played and you'd consider a veteran, I guess.
of the game, the Texans would get another fresh arm, let him learn a little bit, and then throw him in there. Who do you think, if that trade went down, let's just say that's the one that goes down, the Dolphins get Deshaun, the Texans get Tua, who do you think wins in that one? It's hard. Tua's already been hurt.
Yeah.
Deshaun's got all that extracurricular, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, I don't know. Pass on that one. Will you?
Right. I think honestly, if that trade goes through, I think it helps more the Texans, because the Texans aren't going to play Deshaun Watson at all. They're just not going to play him. They're just going to leave him right there where he's at right now. That's where they're going to leave him. And I think if they get rid of him and they get Tua, at least they can try and mold him or use him as trade bait later. Because you never know what's going to happen with these lawsuits and these criminal charges. He may never play another snap. And if you get rid of him and get anything in return, and then that happens, well, then you kind of lucked out and you got what you could out of him. Because if something happens and he can no longer play, the game because he's in jail or for whatever reason, right? Then you're just going to lose out without getting anything back in return. Does that make sense?
For sure.
So that's the only way I see anybody, if you want to call it, winning on that one.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Man, I'm with you there, compa. I don't think that was eloquent.
Oh, look at me, all eloquent.
I said elephant, not eloquent.
That's the guy who called me fat. What else is going on? Oh, Myles Garrett, dude. He said he was retiring. Jokingly.
Who's Myles Garrett?
He's one of the Browns players. He was joking around, though, so Browns fans, relax. He tweeted out the other day that he was retiring after being selected for a random drug screening twice in a matter of weeks. He joked and said he got the call for playing without sleeves, so they saw his arms. And I actually saw a picture of this dude in his arms. He's got some massive freaking biceps, bro. And he said they saw the guns and they had to test. He does play Cleveland, so sooner or later it'll start getting cold again, he said, and he'll put his sleeves back on, so nobody's got to worry about that. But what do you feel about NFL just randomly selecting him twice within a matter of weeks out there? I remember being in the Marines for shit like that. Just because I was Hispanic, they'd be like, "Oh, you live like in the LA area, huh?" I was like, "Yeah." "Did you go home this weekend?" "Yeah." "All right, cool. You've been randomly selected for a drugs test." I'm like, "Okay, let's go."
Yeah, you go shirtless and you show those guns, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know much about him and stuff like that, whether he was good or not,
Yeah.
Before or stuff like that, like what he was, like, I don't know, man. I feel bad saying this, but like, when it comes to the NFL, like, I don't know a lot of defensive players, unless you're like the dude, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's hard because I'm not such a diehard football fan, and I know offense more because of like, the fantasy football stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you talk to me an offensive player, bro, all right, man, we could talk, right, for, like, a long time. But defense, again, of course, like, let's say your dude Diggs, right?
Yeah.
Like, I've liked that dude since, last year. And now everybody else is starting to like him. And I talked to Joe and me and him because we've been talking about him since last year. And I've told Joe, like, damn, dude, that dude plays with a chip on his shoulder. Like, I really like him coming into this year. And then Joe's like, "Hey, there's your dude again," right? Like, and he's been doing great this year. And I was like, I like him. Like, man, dude, I just like him. He's exciting. He's undersized. He was undervalued, and he's coming through, man. And maybe it's because of his brother that his name stood out to me. And I had a college friend. His last name was Diggs too. But still, like, he just stood out to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, for sure. He single-handedly has more interceptions than I think they said 26 other teams.
Yeah,
something like
right.
that.
He had more TDs than his brother for a couple of days too.
He did. They were brought that up in the pregame before the Bills played, I think on Monday night, and they were like, let's see if brother can go and match up and get a touchdown. So he's tied with his brother, who plays on defense, for the amount of touchdowns they have so far. So I mean, he's a different kind of player, man. Like sometimes, you know, he was talking about how he felt really bad in college when the coach came up to him and said, "Hey, man, you're not gonna be a receiver, dude. We're gonna put you at defense, be a DB, a cornerback." And he was upset, and he called his brother, and he was like, "Hey, man, like I'm fucking like I can't believe it. I'm not gonna be a receiver. I'm gonna be a cornerback." And his brother was like, "Nah, dude, let's go. We're gonna go train. We're gonna run it, dude. Let's go make this happen." And a lot of people were saying that, you know, how the hell did the NFL allow the Cowboys to draft Stephon Diggs and CeeDee Lamb in the same draft?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Cowboys
that's pretty cool though.
For all the Cowboy things, I got to bring one Cowboy down. Cowboy safety DeMonte Kazi, as they say, was arrested early Tuesday morning for DWI, or driving while intoxicated. Kazi failed the field sobriety test and was brought in and then later released on a $2,500 bond. He is currently playing on a 1-year, $1.1 million deal with the Cowboys. The arrest comes on the Cowboys' bye week and just days after McCarthy advised the team to be smart during their time away. When will people understand, you honestly, especially athletes and people with a lot of disposable income, that the resources are out there for them not to be doing things like this, dude? There's Uber, there's Lyft. Not only that, apparently wherever he got pulled over was only like 5 or 6 blocks from the Cowboy facility. So I'm sure that at some point somebody has like a car service or something, dude, to drive these people around. I mean, I'm sure you got a homie somewhere that would be more than happy to drive you around for a couple bucks, or just to, you know, hang out with. I just don't understand, dude. They put themselves in peril and other people in peril by driving and doing stupid things like that. I don't think you see it as much anymore as you did back in the day because of, you know, society now. But how long do you think he's gonna last with not only the Cowboys but in the NFL if with stuff like this, man?
I don't know. I have a short leash for that type of stuff, you know, because I feel like that stuff kind of hurts the teams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but I don't know. The NFL is different, right? Like, the NFL is different, dude. You know, as long as you're producing, hey, you cool, man. You cool with me. But as soon as you stop producing,
well, he's
the
one on Sunday when right after Stephon Diggs pick 6, Mac Jones. That very next play where Stephon got beat, if you watch that play, the safety's coming in like he's going to make a play on the ball, and Stephon kind of pulls up like, okay, I don't want to run into anybody, like I'm waiting for the tip or whatever, and he completely misses the ball, completely misses the receiver, and the receiver goes and takes off and scores a touchdown. That safety is the same dude that got the DUI 2 days later.
Yeah.
So he's not looking good right now in Cowboys Nation.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah. Here's the big one, dude. So we talked about this. We're gonna get into the pick series, guys. Last week, obviously, we didn't get a chance to get the picks in. But the week before we did, which was week 5, and Big Daddy here came out on top. Artie, you lost, sir. You had the New York Giants in Atlanta. You went with Jets. You went the Jets. I went with Atlanta. There was in London. It was a 6:30 in the morning game. I woke up because the baby was crying. I got to watch the game. Atlanta won that game. It was close-ish. Not really. Detroit, Minnesota.
You flaked on me and didn't show for the podcast?
That was 6:30 in the morning. I didn't flake out. There's a lot of shit going on, man. There's been a lot of stuff going on. But Detroit, Minnesota, we both picked Minnesota, which was a W right there. New Orleans, Washington, we both picked New Orleans. New England, Houston. New England squeaked out that win against Houston. Miami, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay won, no question, no issues there. Green Bay, Cincinnati. Green Bay, we both picked them. Denver versus Pittsburgh, we both went Pittsburgh. Philadelphia at Carolina, we both lost this one because Carolina won, and we actually went with Philadelphia on that one. Tennessee at Jacksonville, and Tennessee won. We both picked Tennessee to win that one. Cleveland versus the Chargers. LA Chargers get that W. Did we go ahead and tie on that one? Here's the one where we start going separate ways again. Chicago versus Las Vegas. You had the Las Vegas Raiders, and I picked Chicago to win that game. Chicago actually won that game, I think, by 2 or 3 points. San Francisco, Arizona. We both chose Arizona, and they won. New York Giants at Dallas. Dallas won. We both picked them. Here's the big one. Buffalo at Kansas City. Kansas City, you had Kansas City. I went Buffalo. Buffalo wins that one. So then we had Indianapolis, Baltimore. We both picked Baltimore. And then the following Thursday, Philadelphia, Tampa Bay. We both picked Tampa Bay. They won right there. So for the end of the week on that one, I had 15 out of 16 correct, and you had 12 out of 16 correct. So that's another win in my book, sir. Sir. How you doing?
You still haven't checked on that one, huh?
I have, dude. I have not. I started working on this yesterday. So that's one more win right now for me.
All right. I'm having a bad season all the way around.
You are, man. So you are.
And I told you, too, because you asked me about that advice. I said, compa, this ain't the year. This ain't the year.
This ain't the one. Hey, man, honestly, I am 5-1 in one league. I am 4-2 on 3 leagues. And in the other league, I am 3-3. So
there you go. You're doing good.
Doing well.
I got one winning record or something out of my 7 leagues.
Damn, what happened, compa? You're usually on the ball on this one.
It's just being back in school, man, and the time change of working from 8:30 to 3:30. It's shifted my life in a way that I can't even explain to you. You know?
Yeah.
I can't even explain. Yeah, man, everything's. And it's not, I love my job, so it's not like it's hard. It's just I'm limited on time now, and just time to do everything,
Oh, yeah.
And Leo's in kinder now, too, so that's probably another big factor for me,
Yeah. No, for
sure. So, but yeah, those are the 2 biggest things. Leo's in kinder and me going back to school with not only just going back to school, but with a time change, which makes it more traffic time for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I'm spending more time in traffic.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, guys, don't worry. We're gonna give Artie another chance to pick some winners this week. I actually texted him before the game started tonight. We both picked Denver. Cleveland handedly won that game. So we're already down 1, but we both picked Denver, so we're there. First game coming up, we got Carolina at the New York Giants. Sir, who do you have?
And we can't pick a tie.
I told you already. I told you. If you pick a tie and it lands, bro, you win. That's it. You win the week. It doesn't matter if I win every other game after that. You win.
Where's the game at?
Giants. So New York.
Oh, God. I was hoping Carolina, all right, I'm going the Giants.
You're going Giants. All right, I already have my picks on the board. So I have chosen Carolina.
That's because you're a Cowboys fan. Why would you pick the Giants?
If it was against the Jacksonville Jaguars, I would have picked the Giants.
Lies. Jacksonville's been on a roll.
They won one game. Jacksonville's won one game.
That's a roll. That starts a roll.
That's their roll.
We said they've been rolling. I said roll.
Okay. Speaking of which, the other New York team, the Jets at New England.
Jets at New.
I gotta ask. I know what the answer is gonna be, but I gotta ask. All right, New England, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Kansas City at Tennessee.
You're the only 10 I see, homie. Kansas City, they're gonna be starting going to roll, bro.
I'm with you on that one. I also got Kansas City on that one. I think they're finally gonna turn it around, and they're gonna make Tennessee the one that they turn it around on. Next up, we got the No Names versus Green Bay at Green Bay.
Green Bay.
All right, I have Green Bay as well since they are in the frozen tundra. Atlanta at Miami.
those hard ones.
I know. I'm going Miami, just so you know. I'm going Miami. I think Miami is a little less crappy right now.
Let's go Atlanta.
Atlanta. Dang, I guess
I
you're
got
right.
nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose.
Cincinnati at Baltimore.
Baltimore.
All day long, twice on Sundays. Detroit at the Rams. It's going to be the revenge game for Sam Bradford. Are we doing Rams?
Who are we taking there?
I'm taking the Rams because they're playing at home in L.A., and it's Bradford's revenge game.
Yeah, it's going to be easy. Right, the Rams. My Rams, homie.
Your Rams. Go ahead. I said the Rams. I didn't say your Rams.
My
The Rams.
I'm trying to get used to that.
Don't do it, man.
Not quite committed yet, man.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm trying to get there. You got to start somewhere, right?
Ah, Jesus, man. Just come root for the Cowboys, bro. I'll buy you everything you need. Philadelphia at Las Vegas. Dang, Artie's really thinking about these, huh?
Because my instinct say, oh, Philly. And then I'm like, I don't know. It's on the road, right? It's at Vegas.
It's in Vegas, yeah.
Vegas. Yeah.
You taking Vegas?
Yeah, I'm going Vegas.
I got the Raiders as well, so shocker there. Houston at Arizona.
Who? Arizona for sure, bro. That's like the lock of the weekend.
That's why I was wondering, like, why are you taking so long on this one, bro?
Trying to think about them.
We got
a little buzzed here.
Next up, we got the Bears versus Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay all day.
Tampa Bay all day. TB12. Indianapolis versus San Francisco.
San Fran?
San Fran.
They're just not who I thought they were. They're not as good as I thought they were going to be.
Do you think they're better than Indianapolis?
Yeah.
Evan will be screaming right now at the fucking radio, like, "Of course they're better! Of course they're better!" Until they lose, and then we suck. Evan reminds me every time he yells, like, "Oh, we suck again." I remember the Water Boy, that one guy, "We suck again." You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Damn, man, I gotta get you another like 12 beers. New Orleans at Seattle. Seattle's a little banged up right now. New Orleans is up or down.
But so Seattle. Seattle's hurt, bro. They're walking wounded. They're without their damn running back and quarterback. I'll take New Orleans.
New Orleans. I got the New Orleans Saints as well. And then for the following week, their Thursday night game, because we got to pick it. Green Bay at Arizona. That's gonna be a hell of a Thursday night game, guys.
Who are you taking?
I have Green Bay.
So we got to pick Green Bay twice in 1 week, huh? One session here. I'll take Green Bay. Fine.
I mean, you don't have to do anything, bro. You can pick Arizona all day long, but I just feel that Green Bay's going to go in. It's going to be a close one. I think they win by 1 or 2 points. Field goal wins is the decider on that game. I think Green Bay's got a lot of weapons, and I think they're just going to beat Arizona. I mean, it's not going to be a shellacking, or it's not going to be a slobber knocker, but I do think Green Bay takes that one, man. And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else off the top of your head, compa, before we get out of here?
You know what? I know we kind of missed it, but man, that Wilder and what's the other dude's name fight? Oh my god!
Yeah, Wilder.
What's the other dude's name?
Fuck! You're gonna make me look it up.
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury versus
Wilder.
Wilder.
Bro, that goes down as an instant classic, don't you think, compa? Like, did you see it or not?
I watched it. It was wild, dude.
That was good. That was the night the Dodgers beat the Giants. One of the games they beat the Giants, but man, that was a hell of a fight.
Bro. It was just. It looked. I tell everybody all the time, the most exciting parts of a heavyweight fight are going to be the first 3 to 4 rounds. When they get to the late rounds, it's gonna be a knockout, or it's gonna be just a little.
But it was great. I mean, in the end, I mean, they went back and forth,
Yeah.
getting each other, knocked around a little bit. But in the end, man, the Gypsy King took it.
Yeah, yeah, man. It was just, yeah, it was impressive both ways. Like both ways, both dudes could have easily folded at any point in that fight, and
Yeah.
neither one did, man.
It's been a long time
was-
since you've seen two heavyweights like
Yeah.
that do
Yeah,
battle.
man. That was just like wow, wow.
Yeah.
That was one of the best fights I've seen in a very, like, just fights in general, bro. One of the best fights I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, it was legitimately a battle of two titans.
Yeah.
Getting in
I
there.
wanted
and
you to
just-
talk about your Cowboys too, though. Like,
I mean, we can.
when
I
there's
just
a
I don't
time.
I don't
I
want
like it.
I don't
Come
want
on, jinx it. Shoot yourself in the foot. Let's talk about how they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
They
and
are
run
winning
past
the
everybody.
Super Bowl.
That's what you said. Tell them our little side bet. We gotta document it.
We got a 12-pack gentleman's
Uh-huh.
bet. Cowboys will be in the Super Bowl.
We'll not.
You said they will not. I'm saying they're going to be there. Have my beer ready.
Fair enough, because if they are, who's throwing the party?
I am.
That's right. You're throwing the party, and I'll be there.
Yeah,
And
I
I'll
know
wear a
you-
Cowboys jersey for you.
You better,
Something.
motherfucker. I will
Maybe
have
some
it. I will
trust
have
in
it
the
here,
Cowboys.
pressed, clean, and ready to go. Honestly,
there's
look,
something.
man. Let me ask you before we get out of here. Who top 5 right now in the NFL? 1 to 5. 1 being the highest, 5 being the not as highest. Who are your top 5 teams right now in the NFL?
Okay, so these are the teams that come to my head, right?
Okay.
It's Tampa Bay, and I don't know the order yet, right?
Okay.
Tampa Bay, the Rams, maybe the Cowboys, but Tampa Bay, Rams, maybe Cowboys, Arizona, and Baltimore.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So those are the teams that come to my immediate head where I'm like, damn, those are fucking dominant teams right now.
Okay.
Like those are really good teams. And I haven't looked at the records of other teams, so I'm gonna look now. But those are the 5 teams names that come into my head.
Okay. Those 5 teams, how would you rank them?
Well, Cowboys are definitely at 5 if they get in there. That's me not looking at the other people. It's just off the top of my head.
Yeah, no,
And I feel like I'm biased for you and Joe. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. I'm sorry, bro. The Cowboys are not in top 5. Now looking at the rankings, they're not in top 5. And let me tell you who would knock them out.
Who did?
Buffalo. And I've liked them. I like Buffalo. So yeah, so Cowboys are the outside looking in. So rankings, I mean, it's hard to not go for the undefeated team. I just don't think they'll do it when it comes to the playoffs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I personally believe that these teams kind of have to climb a little bit before they make it to the Super Bowl and win one.
Yeah.
I don't ever see any of them just like, oh, bam, hey, first time here. Where's the party at? Super Bowl, where we at? Right?
Yeah.
Like it's rare unless you have like Tom Brady on your team, right? Like this just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So I see them shooting themselves in the foot at some point, type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Arizona is what you're saying.
Yeah, somewhere.
So right now
But
you
they're
have
still
Arizona.
the top 5.
Okay,
They're
well,
still
who
top
do you
5,
have?
and
Who do you have? Okay, you said number
they're
5.
undefeated. How could you not take them
I'm
at
just-
1, right?
Okay, so we got
And then I got probably a little bit of the bias because, then I got like I like defensive teams, man. That I think defenses win championship, and they have a good enough offensive team, to win it all. So, and I think that's the Rams.
okay.
I think they're gonna start as they play together longer. I think that team's gonna start figuring that out even more and more.
Okay.
So I would put the Rams second, man. Buffalo's right there, dude. They got balance on both sides of the field. So I'm going to take Buffalo at 3.
Okay.
I'm going to take Tampa Bay at 4. And I know this might sound crazy, but I'm taking Baltimore at 5. They're the same thing. We're talking about teams that climb.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Baltimore's been climbing, dude. They had the best record in the NFL like back in 2 years ago when he won the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the MVP.
Yeah.
And then they had a good record last year, but kind of faltered a little bit, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that's to me the teams are climbing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I that's why I think Baltimore's right there, dude. And I think same thing with Buffalo. I feel like they faltered a little bit last year, and they're gonna learn. Does that make sense? I think they'll be in the title game of their division.
Okay.
Tampa Bay can't count them out because they got Brady. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Rams, same thing. They were in the Super Bowl a few years ago. They've been playoff contenders every single year, basically since. And I hate to say it, but I don't know if they make it this year because they got a new quarterback there, and I'm not sure. They need to keep gelling. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
going to take a minute to gel. But that defense is always going to give you a chance. That defense is always going to give you a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like most defenses, you're not deep on defense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, yeah.
So in most defenses, that's just the way they are. You lose the main dude, you're like, man, you're in trouble. You're fucking, uphill battle now.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there.
And that's them, and they're basically, I would say, they're defensive oriented, and they're one big player away from like being in trouble defensively.
Yeah.
So, and the Cardinals, I have them ranked number 1 right now. Of course, right now.
Yeah.
Are you asking
Well,
for
we're
the
talking
whole
about
thing
right.
later?
We're
No,
talking
right?
now, and
Right
in
now.
5 more
They
weeks
earned
we'll
it.
see where
They're
are.
undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're undefeated. They should be ranked number 1.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Do I think they'll be there at the end? No, I already told you. I don't even think they're making the World does. Well, it's gonna say World Series, but the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But right now, yeah, they're 1. They're 1. What about you?
I have Arizona at 1.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I have. I think. I mean, this is going to be a little bit different, but I have Arizona at 1. I have Bills Mafia at number 2. I do think the Bills are a lot more. They're bigger players on both offense and defense. They're really moving right now. And if it wasn't for Arizona being undefeated, I almost want to put the Bills above them. But because Arizona's undefeated, you got to give it to them. They're undefeated. Nobody's beating them. It is what it is. Until they lose, they don't move from there. Okay? So I got Arizona, Bills. I got Tampa Bay right behind them just because fucking Tom Brady. And they got a great defensive team. They got great offensive weapons. They find a way to win. It is what it is at that point. That's number 3. Number 4. I'm trying to think I know who I have at 5, but who do I have at 4? We were just talking about them. The Ravens. I think I got the Ravens at 4 because they know how to win. They've won together, and I think they, like you said, they're climbing, they're moving and grooving. And then number 5, I have the Dallas Cowboys. I have them because I just think they have such a complete team right now. Yes, if somebody goes down with an injury, some key player goes down with an injury, we're going to have problems. But as of right now, the way things look, man, they look like the most complete team. You're going to stop the pass, that's cool, they'll run. You're going to stop the run, that's cool, they'll pass. You're going to try and do a little bit of both, they're just going to run you right over. I just think the Cowboys are a better complete team. Are they going to win the whole thing? I think so. That's in my heart, I think so. They have a long way to go. Everybody has a long way to go at this point. There could be a team that is 2-4 right now that all of a sudden goes on a run. Like the Steelers can go on a run real quick. I mean, I don't see it happening, but the Steelers can go on a run real quick. But Steelers are always there in the end, right? They're always there in their division. So it could happen, man. But that's my hierarchy. I'm gonna say it one more time. So we got the Bills. We got the Arizona, the Bills, Tampa Bay, the Ravens, and then the Cowboys. Those are my top 5.
Okay.
I'm sure my dad will be in. No, what are you talking about? No, the Cowboys are number 2. Blah, 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 blah. He called me the other day. He was telling me, he's like, I got the Bills and Arizona, and then the Cowboys and everybody else. I'm like, all right, hopefully not in that order, but okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, what can I say about my Cowboys? You're right. I don't want to jinx them or anything like that, but they're a complete football team. Dak has that calf strain. Troy Aikman's come out and already said, hey, as a quarterback, the calf strain isn't going to be that bad of an injury. You could probably play through it. He's not going to be as mobile, obviously, as one would hope he is as being Dak. But he says, hey, I've had it before. It's not your arm, it's not your shoulder, it's not your hand, your wrist, it's not anything in your throwing motion. So all you got to do is hand the ball or throw it, and you're good to go. Do I hope that he's not wearing the walking boot come Monday practice? Hell yeah, I do. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. But I do think they have a team that, Zeke looks amazing. He's not rookie year Zeke, but he looks damn fucking good. He was averaging with like 8 yards a carry back when he was a rookie, and now he's averaging I think like 4.5, 5, which is still decent. You give it to him twice, you got a first down. There you go. And then when he gets tired, him and Pollard are just bam, 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 man. I mean, you got how many weapons on offense do you want? Because we got fucking plenty to fucking throw out. And then Gallup's not even there yet. Wilson's stepping up. Swain and all we do is Jarwin is in there at the tight end spots. You got your big receivers.
Schultz, right? Isn't it Schultz?
Well, we got Dalton Schultz. Oh, yeah, Schultz and Jarwin, not Swain. Swain got traded away. Dalton Schultz. And
real Cowboys fan here.
All
folks.
we do is Jarwin, guys. All we do is Jarwin. And then we have fucking Coop, and then we got CeeDee Lamb, dude. And CD is actually gonna go when Gallup gets back. CD's actually gonna try move over into the slot because that's what he's a slot receiver. And you're gonna have Coop, fucking. You're gonna have.
Is that what the coaches told you, or what?
That's what everybody's saying.
Oh, okay.
That's what the analysts are saying, right? Nobody knows, right? But they're saying that when Gallup gets back, he's the other outside receiver. CeeDee Lamb will be cutting up the middle, and then we got Coop at that deep threat on that other side. So on offense, on defense, I mean,
It makes no sense.
We got playmakers everywhere.
CD's really the deep threat, not Cooper's more the route runner.
That's what they're saying. They're saying that's where CD's going to cut it up more. Is going to be down the middle. It'll open them up a little bit more, and when he start doing that, they're going to open up the deeper to Coop and Gallup. At that point, they're saying Gallup's actually faster than CD, but he doesn't have the handles, man. CD's got some handles. But yeah, offensively, defensively, I mean, they just have a lot of talent, and it's all working right now. The only thing, and everybody's talking about it, right? The only thing I can disagree with is clock management by McCarthy. There is a lot of times where I'm yelling at the TV, call a fucking timeout. You can't take them home with you. There's still, 48 seconds left. You got 3 timeouts, and you're trying to drive down the field. What the fuck are you doing not calling timeouts?
I also think the Cowboys get off to funny starts. I don't know. I don't want to call them rough starts every time, but I feel like, man, hey, let's find our groove. Let's get things going right. Why are we fumbling the ball?
At this point, usually, usually we're
yes or no? Yes
yeah,
or no?
Absolutely. Usually we're 3-3 right now. Yeah, I'm with you. Usually we're 3-3. Right now we're 5-1, bro. The last time we were 5-1, we won the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Back in '94.
Right.
But I mean, they're off to a great start. Let's just see. Let's let them get through the whole season. They're not at 100%. They still got guys coming back. Laleo Collins, the left guard, he's coming back after being suspended for 5 weeks. He comes back when we play the Vikings in 2 weeks.
Want to hear something funny? Sorry to throw this out here. My brother is suddenly all of a sudden the biggest Dodgers fan in the world.
What?
Let me tell you. He all of a sudden I think it has to do a lot with the passing of my cousin Ronnie.
Yeah.
Johnny always liked the Dodgers. Don't get me wrong.
No,
absolutely.
absolutely.
He was never me and my dad type of Dodgers fan.
No, I'm with you there.
And I mean, World Series do that. They obviously bring out the best in fans, of course, right? And I'm not saying he's a front runner. I'm just saying it makes me happy to see that he's finally all right, this isn't a bandwagon no more. This is commitment, type of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I get messages from that dude. I feel like in some ways it's odd because Ronnie passed away, but in some ways Johnny has filled that void that I had with Ronnie with regards to baseball and that connection. Me and Johnny never really had that.
Yeah,
it was different, because we have such a different relationship. It's rough, at best, but still loving, And but to see him how much of a diehard he is now, dude. I don't know, man. It's awkward at first and uncomfortable, and I'm like, bro, I don't remember even like this a couple years ago. Took, 7 straight Division Series title runs to
nothing.
Over,
win a Super Bowl, win a World Series. All right, let's go.
I'm in.
I like what I'm in. Whatever you say, I'm in. You son of a bitch. I'm in. I got a question for you, man. And this is because you're a diehard Dodger fan, okay? And I was watching this on the TV the last 2 games at Dodger Stadium. 7th inning, 8th inning, people are getting in their cars and heading out. You know, the Dodgers came back 2 games ago and got that W in the 8th and 9th inning, and they came back and won. And I'm like, it's a playoff game. First off,
right?
It's a playoff game. How the hell are you leaving before the game's over? Like, everybody that left when the Dodgers won that comeback win, everybody who left has to be kicking themselves like, dude, why did we leave, and this and that, yada, yada, yada. I'm sure there were plenty of upset husbands and wives at each other that night. And then I saw it again at yesterday's game when they were losing really bad. It's still a playoff game. Like, I have a rule when I go watch baseball, regardless if it's spring training, regular season, and I haven't been to a playoff game in a while. But when I do go to a playoff game, I stay the whole time. Like, I'm one of the last people to leave the stadium.
Yep, I help the ushers pick shit up and everything.
There you go. You never know, man. Somebody drops a bobblehead or something. You take it. I always get cups. Judy hates it because I always get cups. But it's one of those things, like, as a fan, I mean, I don't want to say that those people are fair weather fans. Maybe they actually had work. Maybe they had other responsibilities, stuff like that. But it looked like a lot of people were leaving the stadium way too early, especially 2 games ago when the Dodgers came back and won. Because you're talking about your brother becoming a Dodger fan, like a diehard now, and it's great. Mm-hmm. You know, how do you feel about those fans? Do you think they're legit fans, or they're just kind of front runners who had a little extra money and let's go because it's the Dodgers?
I think they're the fans like my brother, you know, where they're fans when shit's going right, and then they're, I guess, impartial. I don't know what the word is. I don't want to say fair weather because they'll still be there, but just not like, all right, tonight's not our night. Let's get on the freeway before anyone else does. Type of stuff. Does that make sense? I hate. But I mean, playoffs, bro. I don't leave till the end, you know, unless it's a stupid blowout on our, like, where we're getting blown out.
I mean, shit. When we went to the drive-in fucking game, we stayed there the whole time. Remember you, me, and the comadre?
Yeah, no, I agree. We did stay till the time,
and we were in your truck.
Yeah,
you know, it's like we weren't even in the stadium.
Yeah,
it was a great time, but I don't even like the Dodgers. I mean, I tolerate them, but I don't like them.
You're getting better.
I'm trying to be nice. That's all.
You're getting better.
That's all.
So you better get used to it. My Dodson's gonna be a Dodgers fan, so I don't know what else to tell you.
But my thing is, guys, stay to the game to the end of the game. You know what I mean? Win or lose, you're probably paying a shit ton of money for these tickets because they're playoff game tickets, and it's not the wild card game. It's not the divisional game. It's the NLCS. It's the championship game. So you know these tickets cost some money. The other thing I hate watching is when I'm watching baseball, especially like the playoffs and stuff like that, and you see the really nice seats, and people are just sitting there like this on their phones, and they're not watching the game or what's going on. It's like, dude, you paid how much for these tickets, and you're not even watching the game? Like, and it doesn't. It's not just the Dodgers, you know, the Braves. Everywhere there's those fans and stuff like that. But be a fan, guys. I sent you that quote, and you even reposted that shit on your timeline on Instagram. I think I put it on the Blown Save Instagram page. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I did. Let me see if I can pull that up because it rings true. And not a lot of people. Oh, I actually don't have that on there. I thought I did. There you are. I could just read it off yours because I know you have it. So this is the way it goes, guys. I'm gonna read this one out to you guys. Where'd it go? I thought you had it. Oh no, I guess you didn't post it. Oh well, I have no idea where it's at now. It basically said, baseball's not for everybody. Some people
post that.
Yeah, but I don't see it. It's not on your thing.
It was a story.
I sent it to you. I just don't know if I saved it.
Yeah, you did send it to me. I find it right now.
Oh, I got it right here.
Okay,
when someone says baseball is not as boring, just smile. Baseball does not run through their veins. It's okay. Not everyone understands the greatest game in the world. Not everyone understands the mental side of the game that makes a 3-hour game feel like a 1-hour game. The strategy, the sounds, the bonds, the memories, the patience needed. It's not for everyone, but you better believe it's for this family. I know it's for your family, and I know it's for my family. Baseball's not for everybody. I get it. I know Leon always like, you guys always talk about baseball. Well, fuck. That's what brought the show on, right? And I love Leon, dude, but it's one of those things where you have to have. I think it's because we played it for so long. We see the intricacies. Even as we're watching the game, I'll be texting you, like, hey, dude, like I can't believe you're not doing this or doing that. Are they gonna move? Or what do you think about this? What do you think about that? It's one of those things that not everybody has that kind of fandom, and it's okay. It's okay, guys. Just don't harp on other people if that's the type of fan that you are. Don't feed into the hate for no reasons.
I agree. I remember I texted my mother when you sent me that, and I was like, yeah, I had to steal this from. Oh, because she actually sent it, like, oh, she really liked it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I actually stole this from Brant. I said I like this so much. I like he was speaking to my heart.
Yeah. Well, who said baseball wasn't it isn't romantic? Right.
Yeah.
Anything else before we go? I mean, I can talk about my Cowboys all day. We don't want to do that. But anything else before we get out of here, man?
So, what's your predictions for how things play out for both teams? Or both series? I'm sorry.
I honestly want to see the Dodgers go, and it doesn't matter who's on the American League, but I want to see the Dodgers go to get some revenge. World Series win against either the Astros or the Red Sox. I know the Dodgers are really banged up. I think Muncy would come back for the World Series. So at least
it's a chance.
At least one of your bats would be back. Albert's
Turner's hurt now.
Yeah, Turner's done, right?
He's done.
Theo Albert there is coming in with some clutch hits against some lefties. Good for him.
You know what I liked about today too was Trey Turner was 3 for 4, man. Don't get that guy going, bro, because he's dangerous on the base pass. You know what I'm saying? You get that guy going, the rest of the team just starts.
Who had
clicking.
3 home runs today?
Chris Taylor, homie, CT3.
Jesus, he had 3 home runs.
And Pollock had 2 home runs. People forget that.
Yeah,
he had 2 home runs today. That's another dude that gets going. You in trouble, homie. You in trouble.
Yeah, these guys start rolling right now. Ooh, if this was the game that lit them up, oh man, watch out the rest of the freaking. I don't care, what's going on. I know they're banged up, but not just for you, not just for the comadre, not not for the Dodger fans out. Well, I guess for the Dodger fans out there, right? But I would really like to see the Dodgers go out and get some revenge victory, World Series against the Red Sox or the Astros, because they both cheated to win their last ones. So it would be nice to see them come out and do that. That to me, that's where I want. You know what I mean? I know I called the Braves to win the division, the divisional game, but I want the Dodgers to win this one just because I want to see that revenge game in the World Series. I think that'll be a bigger story than the Braves playing the Boston Red Sox or the Astros.
Yeah, compa. I'd like to see a Game 7. I'd like to see a Game 7.
Yeah. Game 7 would be Sunday, right?
Sunday, yeah. Yep.
Got a long way to go.
That's all I got for you today. Got a lot. That's all I got for you today.
No worries. All right, compa. Let's hear that patented goodbye.
All right, mi gente. Let's be safe out there. Make sure to wash your hands. Wear those masks. When my cousin, who's a doctor, was telling me today, like, hey, like this triple vaccinated person that they work with went on like a cruise and didn't catch the COVID, right?
Right.
And then they came back and went and like took a painting class and they didn't wear the mask and caught COVID.
Jesus.
So it's like, man, you don't never know how it's gonna happen or it's gonna catch you, and it's whether you're vaccinated or not. You know what I'm saying? Granted, are they probably like in the worst end possible? Probably not.
Yeah.
But just be careful out there is the main thing. Like, just don't take it for granted. Don't take your health for granted. Like, really, you want to roll the dice with your health? Like,
no.
Why?
No, for sure.
Take the precautions when you can. Where you feel right. Like for me, for the most part, if I'm indoors, I'm wearing the mask.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm outdoors, okay, that I feel more safer and stuff like that because I'm vaccinated. Those type of things.
Yeah.
But if I'm around other people that I don't know outdoors, even that's still a little.
Yeah, if there's a lot of
easy.
people, even indoors or outdoors, if there's a lot of people around me, I'll wear the mask. I don't care if it's indoors or outdoors. If it's just a lot of people, if it's a couple people here or there, I'm vaccinated. It's outside, we're good. Inside, I have my mask and I walk in and I'm like, all right, how many motherfuckers are in here? I better put it on.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah. So that's all I got.
Let's
Catch you guys on the flip side. Homie.
Damn Skippy. All right, guys, we'll catch you guys next week. Make sure you guys put in your picks that we give you. If you guys win big, let us know that you guys won big. I lost a little bit last week on a bad pick, but it is what it is. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Either way, we're still going to be here for you anytime we can, guys. You guys have a great weekend. Be safe, and have a good one, guys. Bye.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.